And not the most confusing. It's not as much of a maze, I suppose, as Water Mia. Good music for the Great Wall as well. I followed Lance's trail to the Great Wall. Corridors stretched to the distant horizon. And I just immediately started killing people. But again, self-defense. Let's try to hold on to as much health as possible. I say as I start getting smacked around. Alright, I believe we'll get a new ability here so we can start to clear some of those little, otherwise inaccessible tiny hills. Don't seem that high, but like the arrow remains embedded in your whatever part it makes contact with. Always faster to just jump. Enemies to take down here. Check that radar to make sure you haven't missed anybody. Like these fellas. Ah, did not mean to climb that. Not the fun way of getting around in this game. All the way over there just to take out that enemy. Make sure we get whatever upgrade we get at the end of this particular screen. Oh, shiny. Small stone falls. Part of the necklace Lance made for Lily. There you go. All right, we're on the right track. And he did take my advice. That's good. Guess he just hadn't finished it in time to give it to her on her birthday. It's like a Hansel and Gretel type situation. He's leaving us little breadcrumbs. Clues to find him. You're not coming all the way down here, are you? Yeah, 11. It's just practically double. And one more enemy. Get our upgrade here. Double our base attack. On the spears. Long jump. Maybe the longest jump in the entire game. I can't tell me that's good. On a hard surface. It's not good for the knees there. Is this the only one in this area? Yeah. Got a chest up here. Thank you, map right there. And there's the red jewel for the Great Wall. Good to knock that out of the way. Number 30 overall. Still have the reach on that. There's one of those snakes the kids are telling us about, so if they grab on, just shake that back and forth, the controls. Another gem to show us which way that Lance is. So second from the right there. But before we do that, I just want to make sure we didn't, which we did miss some enemies. I want to make sure we cut through here. Almost got to experience the snake bite right there. Still 4 up top, but glad we popped in here. It'd be a lot more difficult to track them down without that local radar. Alright, second from the right. For the switch. Which will clear out the way for, I guess, the first one right here. Here we go. There's a wall there that we just cleared out with that. Ow! And a couple more enemies up top. One more eye, yeah. Another heart upgrade, so we have 13 full bits of health now. Huh? Lily? Hey. Sure am. Hadn't been that long. It's been since Moo. I'd say it was longer before Moo that you'd been in my pocket. Don't go down there yet. We're gonna pop down here. Whoop up on some dudes. Alright. And actually, we can't go this way yet, so now that we whooped up on those 2 dudes, pop in here, coming from the backside. Love it when everyone bunches up like this. There's the backside. All right, so now we can properly run through at full speed, which we would not be able to do if we had stopped there. So we couldn't actually stop between those 2 with our momentum. But, and we can't even get to that right now, so we're gonna need Frieden. And another upgrade, which we'll get going this way here. So you wanna drop down in the middle there. I mean, we want to take out all these enemies, so take your time, but right about here should be in the middle. And now that we've gotten them all, now we want to get the drop through where we can drop all the way. Here we go. And then if you look at your radar, you can see we are directly above a dark space right about. Is there any more enemies around here? Right here. And now we will get, well, I guess we'll get Frieden. All right, now we'll get our new ability here. A little both going on right here. So now we have the final move for Young Will, Spin Dash. It's not the most practical to use, but it's very effective, very deadly. Kind of like the slide. Not quite as easy to use as the slide, but... So we need to... Once we're charged, let's tap L and R, and then just pick a direction, and off you go. It's pretty great. Oh, there it is. All right, cleared out all the baddies from this area. This will take us all the way up. And now we can head back one screen and use our Psycho Spin to split the gap right here and get to this middle area. And while we're working our way through the Great Wall, let's bring back in Fluff for another Fluff fact about Illusion of Gaia. Fluff?
I talked earlier about the regional differences which were changed to adhere to Nintendo of America's censorship policies. The game was also changed slightly for the European version, where it was renamed Illusion of Time. The French version in particular added references to existing people like Degas and Kafka, as well as mythological characters like Nosferatu.
Very interesting. Thank you, Fluff. Wonder if it had just been a bit more educational that I've been able to request this or sneak this into the curriculum. Not that I had that kind of power in my school back in the day, but you know, Oregon Trail was a part of the education in the 90s. Why not Illusion of Gaia? That's all I'm saying. Probably lots of reasons, but still, great game. Almost. Alright, hold on. Do this and this. There we go. Yeah, right in the forehead. Better appreciate this, Lance. Taking arrows in my face for this. Now we'll get our Freedom, which is kind of timely because we have another boss coming up. If you want to try doing it as well, it's your prerogative. When given the choice. Yeah. Prefer Freedom. We also need his reach for the that one projectile, or not projectile, the I'm getting all the way around. Cut through here for that area we couldn't reach before. We need the Dark Friar. Clear it out. Should we? No. Yeah, we need it for this guy. That's what I was thinking of. Which, if you came here ahead of time, you would discover that. Come on. I mean, I'll be over there eventually, but still, that's pretty satisfying. All the knockback. Just bunch them all up. Yeah, I guess we need to clear them out that way and then get down here and bring them up slightly and there we go. Close enough. Love all the puzzles, you know, it's not just combat and all that. There's more to it. And this brings them all alive. These are part of our total. Can't bring him any more alive by hitting that. Ow. Again. Hope you appreciate this, Lance. And just one more enemy, which I'm sure we'll find. Oh, it's the flame we could extinguish. There you go, but you're almost dead. What is this attack upgrade? This will be good against the next boss. Not quite there just yet, though. Yeah, we gotta go back to Will. Misspoke. Cannot use Freedom. Need Will's Seiko. Spinning abilities to access them. Kinda want that big one. I have no reason to. We haven't died yet, but... Alright, which ones are real? Guess it doesn't matter, we'll just hit that switch and they'll all pop up. By which I mean we'll just stab them. Clutch. Again, we're gonna have a dark space right here, actually. I like we got, what, 2 of the stones for the necklace, and it's already a fully formed item in our inventory. Alright. You're right to stab Will. He is comparatively useless, but we need his abilities to get to the boss, so... Unfortunately. Left, and then use our spin maneuver. All right. That away. All right, nowhere else to go but down. 1 enemy. You don't say. All right, with tips on a very frustrating boss. Not a difficult one, but a frustrating one. Let's go back to Gary.
Boss beaters.
Alright, Fanger, you want to stay at the bottom to avoid basically all damage. This boss fight isn't difficult, it's just kind of boring and frustrating. You want to run to where the boss surfaces so that, especially if he launches out to fire some of his little eggs out, that's when you can get a lot of hits in, but just pile on the damage in that case. Just repeat this formula, it's gonna take a while, you'll take him down.
Boring and frustrating is a good way to put it, thank you, Gary. And if you don't get them right away, they pop out of the ground, they say hello, they try to kill you. But they're super weak. Don't remember them running around like that. That's just what it does now, that's its life. Probably the easiest boss the entire game because of its very predictable and repetitive move pattern. We get a nice little boss rush at the end of this game too. We get to see all these guys again, but thankfully it's Frieden most of the time. So close. Burns out. Come on, man, it's clear you're not going to do any serious damage to us, so just plant yourself. Let's end this. It's like a scarecrow head on a little bit to me. I don't know. Can read the writing on the wall, but that doesn't mean he's gonna go anytime soon. Gonna enjoy every moment, every second, eke every last little bit out of this boss battle. All right, here we go. That's the location. All right, maybe not. Just drawing this out. Blast it. Yeah, that's the time he sets to pop out again. Defeated the Sand Fanger. We get a mystic statue. Alright, like a darker purple. That's fun. Lance! You alright? Yeah, the vampire's much more of a handful than Sandfanger. Clearly he was attacked. I don't think he'd just be hanging out in this back room by himself. Clearly he was Sandfanger's prisoner. Should I leave? Yep. All two of them. Dude, get out of here. Yeah. Wait, take care of Lily? What? How about I just give you two a moment alone? Here we go. Aw. I mean, this place isn't that much of a maze. I would have found you eventually, but... That's sweet. Oh. Is she doing it again? Aww. Lance is awesome. We love Lance. Love you too. Aww. Lance is like, I don't know about all that. I was just, you know. What's the line? It feels like a million summer days. A million summer days, yep. Some lines we stay with us for life. It's a great line. It's the ultimate compliment, as far as I'm concerned. A million summer days. All right, we're all back together, but for how long? Lance? Made my father very happy before. I think he will slowly recover. Oh, nice. He actually did find something. I didn't remember that it actually worked, so that's nice. If you go west of here, there's a huge desert, but yeah, we need crux. How will I get a crux? Invent one. Full moon tonight. Crux is an odd animal. Full moon sounds like the perfect conditions to risk my life in a drinking contest. I am 14 after all, or whatever I am. 15. I destroyed the Sandfanger, by the way, so might want to stay away from me. That's what I'm trying to say. Lotus Leaf will come if you wait outside the gambling house. That's what I wanted to hear. All right. Very dramatic moment coming up here. We're about to risk our lives. In a gambling contest. Is it this side or is it the other side? There it is. It's like, how you doing tonight? Risking your life, huh? Good luck. Best of luck to you. Thanks. The Russian Glass Club. Do you wish to join? All right, let's do it. You want to risk your young life playing Russian glass? This isn't just a game. You could lose your life. That's all right, man. I got 6 more. I'll ask again. Are you sure? All right, the opponent is over here. So what would happen if I didn't show up? It'd just be a really lame night. He'd just be just like, I guess no one's gonna challenge me. This guy's never lost, obviously, because if you lose, you're dead. I'm gonna talk to the bystanders first. Your opponent's won a lot of money. I wonder what he does with it. You have courage. You're still young. Why would you risk your life this way? Such happy music. Gonna die. No game as exciting as this one. I mean, I have to agree. It's Russian roulette, but with poisoned glasses. Uh-oh. Bad night to forget your lucky crux foot. The rules are simple. One of the 5 glasses contains poison. Drink each one in turn. The one left alive is the winner. We'll start with me. Oh my god. Oh, it's the sped up bonsai! Woo! What are we drinking here, by the way? Lucky, my turn next. Bonsai! Alright, left or right? We have a 50-50 chance of dying here. Left? I think we guessed right. One glass left. That's enough. This young man has won. Right, quit now. No. I'm the champion. I will not be disgraced. He picks up the glass. Stop him. I'm just standing here. I'm like, whatever. Do I get some money or something? Ignoring the spectator. He downs the drink in a shot. Oh, God. Thus ending his life. Wow. You're the Russian glass player. Oh, yeah, this is his widow. He found a job. He would be okay. But I was surprised at what he did. This is my husband's will. He says to my opponent, there are 4 crooks outside. Please use them. Huh. We don't need money. Real joy is being with those you love. Aww. Another heavy moment in this game. You don't expect this from a Super Nintendo game, man. Gambling for your life with shot glasses, potentially poison shot glasses. It's intense. He did cough before. Does that mean he maybe had a terminal illness? Is that what they're implying? This game is a lot heavier than most. I like when we explain to Neil how we got the crux. Got crux? They're so expensive. Why such a sad face? Maybe I shouldn't ask what the reason is. Yeah, you don't want to know, Neil. You don't want to know. Anyway, let's head to Euro. Lance and Lily want to stay here. You should ask them why. Our sixsome is getting a little smaller. I want to stay here. I can't neglect my father, and so I feel a little awkward. I wanted to spend time with Lily. Of course, I don't feel good about it. I wanted to go on with everyone. And I wanted to stay with Lily. I've enjoyed the journey. I hope you're successful. I mean, I would assume you'd be staying too, but Neil's family runs a trading company, and you're rich, so I'm rich by extension, Neil? I do too, Eric. So wait, I don't have to be shabby? Yeah. All right, let's do it. Have you found someone special like that, Neil? Says that like he's speaking from experience. And now we got our crux. I guess we're an 8-some if you count the crux, but I like it. It looks like we have ears. I like how Eric rides his crook. Just hanging on for dear life. We crossed the desert and finally arrived in the village of Euro. Euro was a bustling city, larger than I had imagined. It is probably the biggest city in the game. Neil's parents lived there and ran a company called Rolek. Neil hadn't been there for 3 years. His parents welcomed him home. This is like my aunt and uncle, basically. Festival had started. That's fun. This is the house where Neil's parents live. It's bigger than Eric's house. Guest room. Good lord. Make yourself at home. Sure. Tell him about all your inventions. Yeah, I think we have the letter from our opponent. Let's read it, actually. Even if I perish, don't mourn for me. Even if Russian glass doesn't cost me my life, it's my fate to pass away soon, yeah. 6 months ago when I found out I was dying, I decided to amass as much money as possible. I wanted to leave it to my wife and the child I'll never seek. This game! I made my fortune in spite of the unhappiness I have caused others. If I lose, I want to leave part of my estate to you. Please take care of my 4 favorite croc horses. Oh man. Just hits me, man. What if I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and can't find it? Eric bringing us back to reality here. Back to what really matters. I know, right? You're not as fancy as you thought you were. But there's definitely some red gems in this place. We've made money and wish to spend our remaining years enjoying life. Why don't you succeed us? 'Cause he's an inventor. He doesn't run the family business, whatever that might be. I'm sure we'll find out. Can't even talk to the dad. Yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. Size of this friggin' house. Who are you? Anne. A man wearing a cloak came around. He asked if anyone named Kara had come to town. I shrank with fear when I saw his cold eyes. Don't tell Kara. She's blackmailing me for an apple. Fine. Only because I think it's gonna get me a red jewel. President Rolek lives in this mansion. Like the glass you can run down and immediately hit something. Forgot about the jackal, but he's always around. A few steps, well, I was gonna say behind, but in this case, ahead? Sure. Fortune telling. The future looks dark and uncertain. A huge comet will enter Earth's orbit. Mankind will become extinct. Good lord. Nothing but despair. Cornmeal for making bread. Too young for this. Hey, don't go over there. I just beat someone in a game of Russian glass, lady. Can I get some apples? Well, got the apple. All right, let's run this back to Anna real quick, or is it Anne? Maybe it's Anne. Blackmailing us with apples. 4 apples. Yeah, she wants another one. Man, remember in the days when we could just psycho dash into a wall and get 3 gems for saving a laborer's life? Now we need to run back and forth to the market 3 times, I think, to give Anne 3 apples to get 1 measly red gem. Jewel. That exchange rate does not add up. But it's for Kara. But more specifically, it's for a red jewel. Lady's gotta be like, are you serious? What are you doing with these apples? Literally just gave it to you. See, she knows I care about Kara. That's sweet. Alright, that's also number 31 in our red jewel count. Got a couple more in town here. Alright, while we're in town, there is actually... oh, this part. Actually do have to wait. I like jamming up the line. Waiting in the back. Let's speed this up. I mean, whatever it is, it must be really good because they are, as soon as they come out, they are queuing once again. I saw the line and wondered why people were lining up. Yeah, but you just came from outside. If you step out of line, they will very quickly take your place. Can I come in? Still waiting on that. It just goes to show how long it takes for each person to come in and out. Finally. Aren't you Neil from this village? As far as you know, yes. I understand. Please take whatever you like. Yeah, what do we got here? Life medicine, yes please. So that added a little bit of life to our overall dealie. Dark power went up, nice. Are like rando people coming in here and getting Freeden upgrades? I don't understand that. Oh well. Worth it, I guess. Got a save point there if we need it. Back alleys, good hint. Rofsky. We'll talk to Rofsky in just a second. But first, there's a red jewel back here. Grab that. That's 32 for us. There he is. Rofsky, true genius is a violent thing. Sounds like a tempest. You just dash off packs of lies. Don't brag. Rofsky and, Teapot. Mount Cress. Save people. Yeah. Do you have the sixth sense as well? Nice. Alright, we have our next destination. We're not quite done yet with this part of town. Mount Cress is annoying. It's not moo annoying, but it's just as much of a, hello. Oh, gem. Nice, I think I'm eligible for another upgrade here. Dark powers raised, nondescript dark power. Attack power once more when it's flying, nice. All right, so the only thing left on the list is his secrets. So there you go. Be on the lookout for that. Gentlemen, Freezer the Explorer, Max. It's always interesting when they give these people names. You just know that they might pop up again as the game progresses. Alright, let's see what's in the northeast part of town. Outsiders can't enter. Might be another alley that we missed. Hang out back here like where there should be something cool, but there's not. I don't like that. Really ought to be. Luggage is piled up. Groans from the luggage they're moving. The Roulette Company. This must be like one of their offices or HQs or something. Talking about work, I hear if I do business with this company, I can get anything I want. Tea, fruit, furs. Workers, too. Wait a minute, what? By the way, en route to the final red jewel for this area, which is in the basement of the shrine, which we're heading to next. In the alleyway which leads to the shrine, if you hold up, there's a hidden door right there, which will lead you into a room with a man who will give you a one-off strength bonus, actually. So this is part of the end of the game, just making sure tying up loose ends. But yeah, if you pop in here, you'll get a +1 extra strength. So just want to point that out if you hold up right there. So I grabbed it a little bit later, but just in the interest of this being a complete Illusion of Gaia walkthrough, there you go. President comes here often, huh? To the shrine. Nothing creepy about this place. A lot of it's the music. Yeah, look behind it. I don't know where we put that, just threw it out of the way. What the heck? They have slave beards. Various diseases are increasing. Turn your body to stone. Huh. God, are these like your friend? Oh, hold on. This is really sad and all, but there's a red jewel down here. Number 33 right there. Come from far away. Dang. Those skeletons are our friends. It was by orders. Wow. So dark. He missed speaking his language. Don't worry, I will, in a roundabout way, help you too. Laborer beards, I'm sorry. Laborer beards. Alright, I'm heading to Mount Temple. I may regret this. Strange place at the summit of Mount Cress. Mushrooms many times bigger than me, and plant stalks are scattered around. Alright, a lot of enemies here. Not so much on this screen, but yeah. It's really easy to miss where you're meant to go. Miss a tiny little like turn, or this place is frustrating. Wanna pop over here? There you go. A lot of the skulls are going on and off the screen too to make it extra frustrating. There we go. This is the one area where I'm like, I can't promise this will be the most efficient. We're super weak compared to a lot of these enemies too. We need Frieden quite badly. This is where the slide really comes in handy. Skulls just going about their merry ways. Get some Frieden access down there. We gotta come in from the top, though. Forget we have this ability now. Alright, overshot it just a little bit. else will get us down there. Problem is we need Will to do that move quite a bit around here, so... The background animation. Alright, yeah, let's be Frieden here. Look at our health, though. Just 5 more full ones to go. Well, it's 5.5. Yeah, I get some little Nemo vibes from the backgrounds here and everything. For sure. Ooh, 2 damage on those guys. Those guys are tough, though. They have a lot of defense. 6 enemies all bunched up here. We should try that upgraded dark power. There it is. Look at that. That's pretty tasty. Alright, clear out another screen. No chests on the screen. It's always nice that they let you know that as well. Couple baddies you gotta use that on because they won't come to you. So, need a nice distribution between Will and Frieden here. We also need some special items in this area. Gain access everywhere. One of those areas where you can just like kill everything and then try to figure out what you're doing and where you're going. Very powerful, that move. And the fact that it splits too, so you can extra hits in and just destroy everyone in the vicinity. That's pretty great. Those are some annoying enemies to take down on their own by conventional means. Still a lot of enemies to go around. Shortcut, essentially. Timely health upgrade. Red. This should be one of the drops. It's a mushroom drop. For building out some vines and accessing areas which are otherwise inaccessible. There's not a wrong place to put, I mean, there's a right place to put this, but just basically where you saw the vine undergrown. So 2 of these guys left. Jeez. Either side. Another one, back to back. All right, 4.5 to go now. There is a chest down south. I guess gonna probably coming from the top to get to it. But this is the area where we can use the, here it is. Looks like the mushroom. How many can we get? There we go, all of them. Not a bad time to always have this charged. Even that guy's going down relatively easily. Feel like that hit him, but whatever. Dead end there. So satisfying. And we need another drop right there. 10 more baddies up north. Boy, that guy got me. Nice when it accidentally hits someone else. Couple baddies down here, but got another one. We don't need to stop the action every time. Okay. There's a few of these. Get down here to get this guy, yeah. Nice, wow. We're 3 of these in a row. You can tell how close we're getting to the ending here by the power-ups that have left. The amount of HP boosts we still have to get. Alright, use another one of our mushroom drops here. Still 10 more on this screen, I believe it said. There we go. Another one over here. Alright, we go north. Might be all we can do right now. Yep. Take this north, see if we can't find one more mushroom drop. Fantastic. It might be time to be young Will again, unfortunately. Not before I do this. Just want to kill as many enemies as Frieden before we have to go back to being useless. Offensively useless. Not completely useless, otherwise we wouldn't go back to him. I know they won't, like, trap you anywhere as Frieden. Ah, I lost my boost. Just so much better clearing out this screen with a capable fighter. get to you from here? Well, maybe in a roundabout way. Nice. Still 10 enemies left. Just crazy. And I don't think this is a... Alright. Launch back to where we just were. Alright, we need some willpower. Didn't mean that, but that worked out. Alright. Killed a lot of bad guys with freedom. It's pretty efficient. You realize how powerful that move is when you have to kill enemies the conventional way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Let's do... Oh, I do like that. All right. We got there as Freedom. Still. Got the drops. So, I don't know. We can hang with them for a little bit longer. I don't want to... situation where we're gonna need Will and we need to backtrack all the way here. So that's why I'm like, oh god. Just went in a little circle. This is how we get to dark space. Alright. Hate to do it, but... Oh, new power. There we go. Not that useful. Not gonna lie. Aura barrier. It's like the first one where I've been like, meh. Psycho Dash is just kind of meh, but we do need that to complete the game. Do not need this to complete the game. But yeah, it gives you a little shield. If enemies hit it, they die, and it's good for you. But alright, so we need to use our right down here. Mushroom drops. Not quite, not quite. So good. Alright, defense boost. No chests. Go to the left. This might finally be the one. No, it's not. Very close. Definitely seen this baddie in other games. Someone that looks a lot like him. I'm not about to just take you on in a stabbing match. Nice. Attack upgrade. Let's head northwest. Finally! The reason we came here. This area's not as bad as I remembered it. Found the Teapot. Love it. You found your left sock. Be nice if there's a shortcut to get back to the start, but not the case. Yeah. As much as I want there to be. Go to the, southwest part. That's the sneakiness. Alright, there is one red jewel which I missed on this screen. Got to the end of the game, this is the only one I missed. So, from this one, where there is a dark space portal, come around, go past the dark space. You can bounce on top of the mushrooms if you go that way, or whatever those things are that you bounce off, the little flower dealies. Bounce off those if you hit that. But if you go down and around this way, this is basically north of the original opening screen when you get here. You have to go left and up and to the right essentially to get here, but come around here, and this should be your 34th red jewel overall, and the only one to be found here in Mount Temple. Now back to your regularly scheduled timeline right here. Apologies for that. As I said, there would be a little bit of editing involved in this, but we're making it work. And while we're continuing to explore and try to finish Mount Temple here, follow along, and let's break up the monotony by bringing in Fluff for another Fluff fact about Illusion of Gaia.
There's a pre-release kind of prototype of the English version of Illusion of Gaia, which is floating around online, which is dated several months before the actual 1994 release of the game. Aside from a number of small differences, mostly related to sound, it clearly featured the name Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, on the title screen, with Will, Kara, and Hamlet walking on a comet. The license to Nintendo is also missing, though it's there on the screen in a Legend of Zelda-inspired font on the final North American released version.
Thank you, Fluff. Yeah, you can't underestimate the influence that a game like Link to the Past and just the Zelda franchise in general had on games in the 80s and 90s, and even today, I suppose, but thank you. Oh, I missed some baddies. Where are y'all? Down here. There you go. Come on over. Good call. Good decision, Spider. All right. All right, back to Euro City. And actually, before we do that, and turn in this teapot, we need to make one quick backtrack stop. Yeah, we got the one at the Great Wall. We need to go back to Watermia. Yeah. Talk to Lance back in Watermia, going solo on the Croc. This is a sneaky one too, because you probably wouldn't think to go back to Watermia. But here we are, and then head back to Lance's place, and I guess he's just kind of living here. Luke gets back, he's like, can I live in my house again? No, I'm living here with my girlfriend. Father's getting better. I sure have been. Nice. Taking your dad's red jewel, I like it. We're gonna collide with a big star. I don't believe rumors like that. I mean, it's going to happen, that's why I'm doing my thing. That's number 35 in terms of red jewels for us overall. Yeah, I think what's that? Roofsky he gives you like a hint about the pot, the teapot, and how we're meant to use this. It's not especially obvious as we head back to Euro now. Still have another 15-ish red jewels to go. But there will be a bunch of them in the next couple final dungeons, really. It's just a couple proper dungeons left in the game. But yeah, we're gonna head all the way back up to Neil's folks' place. And yeah, not the most obvious thing that you're meant to do here. You're still worried about the bathroom? God, I'm out getting results, getting things done, and you guys are just hanging out in the mansion. All right, grab the teapot, use the teapot, and the spirit's tears rain down. And check that out. Wow. We saw those bodies, but they thought they were their friends. Well, maybe different skeletons. Good Lord. Finally realized how important my parents are to me. I wish I could have told them. Just leave me alone for a while. I'm ashamed to hear you talk that way. I mean, whether they were laborer traders or not, I mean, the man's parents, he just found out they're dead. It's complicated. But Neil's had some time. And he's next in line to inherit the company. Here we go. I said, in a roundabout way, I said we would stop the labor trade, and that is what we've done. Maybe they should start inventing stuff, putting out your inventions. All right. The jackal, he found us. How did he find us? Don't invite... Oh, it's Hamlet. Remember Hamlet, everyone? Kara's pet pig that we love. Let's come all this way. He battled an equal number of enemies to get here. Sent him by Rolex delivery service. That always made me laugh. Huh. I just don't understand women. Oink, oink. To the west of here are the ruins of Ankor Wat. That is where the laborer's home is located. All right. Yeah, let's go see. Apparently there was famine and some disease that turned everyone into statues. Native's village looks just as large on the map as... Oh. I love the animation to show how hot and desolate it is here. I see the world tilted, my eyes blurred. Nothing we can do. Let's stay in this village today. Recently bleached white. Huh. Sad. Everyone was starving, and these people were frozen, but more importantly, Red Jewel. Number 36. Not a soul here, skeletons scattered around. Sure. you gonna rest in this heat, though? Sleep, I guess you can rest, but I think they do actually sleep. Exhausted from the trip, they fall into a deep sleep. A long time passes, and the three bears come home. Find out someone's been sleeping in their bed. Hamlet, let me sleep a while longer. Don't be so noisy. What? Oh! Did I take... I feel like I took most of those hits because my defense was so high. They seem very hungry. Yeah, this is, this might be the darkest part of this game. Poor kids, they're starving. But maybe don't eat us? Oh. Still kills me. Damn. Sacrifice himself for us. All right, Eric, no puns right now, buddy. Whoa. Familiar voice echoed in their heads. Hamlet's wish to be food for these people. One baby pig could save many villagers. I know, but it's so sad. Can we just take him to Watermea and get him a nice meal? What's our mom? Must combine her strength to save the planet. We only have 2 to go. Our next 2 stops, basically. It's really sad, but I just, like, I like that the villagers didn't consider eating the pig before they decided to eat us. They let the pig just stand there and they're like, yeah, let's eat these 3 people. Just jumped in the fire. He's so noble. Sniff, sniff. Ever hear that snort again? The air is filled with the aroma of roasting Hamlet. God, it kills me. Nice. Ankor Wat. Tears in his eyes. Oh, it's your friend. Or relative. Yeah, this game doesn't sugarcoat it, man. I'm more like, does anyone have a red jewel? Gave me some food. That's quite the gesture. I really shouldn't be eating these people's food. I'm like full-bodied compared to these people. All right, well, I'm going to Ankor Wat. To Ankor Wat. Door to Ankor Wat. Through the jungle, 3 days' journey from the native village, there was a huge temple. And lots of enemies around here by the looks of it. There's a lot of fake me out, but yeah, Looney Tunes style enemies here. A lot of secrets around here. This guy's gotta launch his neck at you. Only then can you attack him. The head separately. You have to destroy the head. Remember this guy fighting him as a kid, and I was like, oh, I guess he can't be killed. It's a hassle, though, I tell ya. This is good music for the outside of this temple, by the way. mysterious, stoic. Best is if you can get, because it's all about damage you can do before he gets his head back to his body. After all that was worth it though. They're like, we know you're gonna need some health back after that. All right, so we have a number of red jewels to be found in Ankor Wat. The good news is you don't have to really search for them. They're not gonna be hidden, tucked away in places. In this case, they will be in chests. We get our own piece of music for Ankor Wat. Unique enemies, new skull enemies, just lots of frustrating enemies. They really pulled out all the stops for Ankor Wat here. This guy hangs out for a bit as he's separated, then he'll rejoin in that same spot. These guys are invincible and then they snap out of it. They do a lot of damage to you though. They make quite the entrance too. And as we grab number 37 on top of this ramp here, let's get another Fluff fact with Fluff.
While Illusion of Gaia was designed by a very talented group of game developers, I want to highlight a couple people in particular. Assisted by the aforementioned Tomoyoshi Miyazaki and Masaya Hashimoto, the scenario or story was largely the product of Mariko Ohara, who is an acclaimed Japanese science fiction writer. With a dozen novels to her name, Illusion of Gaia appears to be her sole video game credit. Aside from the excellent story, we're also especially partial to the music of this game. The soundtrack was composed by Yasuhiro Kawasaki, and while I didn't recognize most of the other games he contributed music or sound for, I was quite surprised to see him credited as being responsible for the sounds of the tower management simulator Sim Tower, a 1994 Maxis PC game. That was the year after Illusion of Gaia came out as well. Weird lateral move there, Professor.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked to hear that, Fluff. Actually, I guess it just proves the old adage, a gig is a gig. It's a very strange move after this game, but there you go. Get a little bit faster every time you hit him, in case you couldn't tell. Like it. Can't get quite close enough. Can I even spin it or slide into him? There we go. Just enough for a little slide through. These guys are incredibly annoying. Again, gotta be careful with the dismount there as you're coming out of that move. All right. Come on now. Just you. Really could use the health one there, but all right. Now I'm terrified of who's around the bend. I don't think I have 7 more of these enemies in me. Gotta do it. A little sloppy. That's gonna happen by design. And your eyes adjust, and then we're on like a bunch of insects or something, roaches on the ground. It's pretty creepy, like something out of Indiana Jones. The floor is moving. Sounds like we're taking damage, but we are not, thankfully. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Ankor Wat's a bit of a grind. We got a lot more to fight through here, so let's bring Fluff back in for another Fluff fact about Illusion of Gaia. Once again, Fluff.
I mentioned earlier how Quintet worked closely with Enix in using them for a publisher for the majority of their existence. This dates back to the first game they released, ActRaiser for the SNES, a combination of side-scrolling action and city-building simulation. The novel gameplay concepts made the game a critical and relatively decent commercial success as well, so much so that Enix requested Quintet make a sequel to ActRaiser. While the same team from Quintet developed the sequel, the city-building elements were dropped from the game purportedly at Enix's request, as it shifted entirely to an action side-scroller. While the game enjoyed decent reviews, its sales paled in comparison, selling roughly only a quarter of what the original did.
Yeah, that was a bad call on Enix's part. First ActRaiser was a very cool game, very novel blend of gameplay there as we grab an herb, much needed herb as we're just getting sloppy here. Probably my least favorite part of the game. I like the idea of Ankor Wat. I liked it a lot as a kid, but yeah, in practice, this place is pretty annoying. Not gonna lie. Right. Again, only a handful of each to go. This looks like a fun room. Speed it up again here. The spin move, as you can see, works pretty well for this little stretch where most of them are affixed to their surfaces. Does a decent bit of damage. It's just all about when it's gonna let up and you're vulnerable once again. But the less moves you can take them down in by doing more damage like this, the lower gear they'll get to. Very close to doing 4 on those guys. All right, how many more we got? Just one guy left in this area. And you're one of the weak ones, aren't you? That make me feel good about myself. Close enough. All right. Got our shortcut now to cut through on the way in and out. Here we are in the garden. Oh good, more of those long neck guys that I love so much. I guess the move... well, if I can get it off in time. Yeah, I guess that's the move. Psycho style. Alright, there's a restorative point. Mind the false bushes, like you. Oops, premature. And now that our attack's up, we can get away with taking them down without a fancier attack. Definitely. Oh. It's nice he didn't come up after me until he was already dead. Alright. Don't want to miss anybody. It's very easy to miss a bush around here and then be like, ah. Okay, that flies. There's a whole cluster of those bushes over there on the right, as you can see. Yeah. Alright. I think we're good behind us now. Yeah, we don't have to be fancy anymore with our psycho moves on these guys. Good stack in here. 39 guys to start with, though. This is a busy area. A lot of dead ends, but it's just for the purposes of getting to all the baddies, every last baddie. It's a nice little stacking area right there. Alright then. And then that's where we're going, but we're gonna follow this around side. Just out of reach. And then you come over to me. Yeah, we'll get around to you one way or another. I was gonna say, stick your head out of me. This should be fun. That's where you want Frieden's move. Really badly. Oh, skeleton. Stick your head out already. Good lord. 10. There's still 10. Bones of a lost explorer fascinated by something. Yeah, read the journal. Crossed the jungle, but native village didn't understand language. Had destroyed. Does that mean they ate? Huh. Man. So many great lines, so many poignant lines. Just a fly swatter just pathetically trying to... Alright, I guess there's still a lot. Now there's still a lot concentrated in this area here. Not even sure if we can really get Frieden around this area. I don't remember playing as him in Ankor Wat as much. There's no boss because they figure this area itself is dangerous enough, difficult enough. Stupid fly. Alright, who we missing? Someone up top? Let's hit this just the same. Oh, there's Frieden. Definitely need him. Only 6 more of the health upgrades. And just one major dungeon after this one. So. Alright, keep our eyes peeled. Focused on the radar to find that last enemy, wherever they may be. You'd think with the sword, these bushes wouldn't be an issue. Apparently not. There's an area eventually where we need to find something off to the sunglasses, off to the right area. Oh, someone over this way. That's a bush. I bet we missed a bush. Frieden's just the man for that, despite what I just said. Wait. Okay, this way. Oh, it's up there. Yeah, Frieden's the only way to get that bush, actually, so definitely misspoke. Alright. Again, whenever I don't need it, they give it to me. Finally pressing back on again. Yeah, we get a bit more range to deal with these enemies. Everything becomes a lot easier. And we'll get a new move of his, actually. Which we need to carry on, so yeah, I forgot about this. This guy. We'll need to move, because he will always set up shop right there. Oh, this is so much better now. We use our temporary invincibility from stabbing these guys. While they're hurt. And even if they hit us, we don't really care, because everything's easier with Freedom. Maybe he picked just then to do that. That was pretty good. It's a good reach. Go down so he's 25. That's just silly. Yeah, 7 away from getting another extra life. We'll be at 9. Which I don't think it goes above that, so. Alright, this is his drive his sword into the ground and create a little earthquake. Earthquaker, there you go, inspired title. Tested out to stun our friend here. There you go. And now he's frozen in place. Gaia says a long time. I think it's like 4 seconds, so. Her concept of time is a little different. Yeah, everything's so much easier as Freyden. Pretty silly. They're just piling them on now. Save some for the final dungeon. Red Jewel. How many does that make for this place now? 2? It's 38 overall. Love it so much. Tasty. Alright, Outback. Road to the main hall. As we saw the Outback. Not a whole lot of enemies out here. Always looking back. I don't think it's in this area. We still need to separate you from your... Exactly. Like the same attack. Took them all out right there. Using this would be worthless against this guy, but... Yep. No point. So what'd I say, 4 seconds? 4 to 5 seconds. One guy left up top. I guess it's just gonna be another one of those stretchy heady guys. Oh, might be a bush. Just to mess with me. We might actually head outside from in here. That should be a jewel. Bring it on. Yeah, I love these guys now that I got my Dark Friar move. It's a world of difference. It's almost as if this guy's a warrior and Will is... Yeah, alright, so we can't hang out here. Way too bright. We need to head to that little side area. Is there another one down here? So let's use it now. There we go. This is it. Out the side here. Yep, it's a bush. But what was that bush guarding? Pick it up. Most epic introduction for sunglasses. So now we... Oh, how'd I miss you? Get drop down in the right spot on the next room so we can get that. Man, come back here. Oh, jeez. At least he's going fast. Oh, good lord. Alright, now pop on the sunglasses. There we go. Blocks out the light. After a second. So good. This is where we're just dominating at this stage in the game. Frieden is, mind you. On a hot streak, Gaia, come on. Come on, Gaia, just teach Frieden that slide move. Probably not safe with the big sword and everything, it's like running with scissors. It's not advised, but on the top floor, you'll understand why you made the journey. We'll see. Again, thankfully there's no boss here, so I don't mind slumming it with Will. Ah. Yeah, that worked out okay. Alright. Better be worth it, Gem. That's number 39. Whatever your dark secrets are. What if he's just like, I have a gambling addiction? Ugh. I mean, that's cool, man. Get some help. Sometimes I like an extra glass of wine after a hard day at work. And a bubble bath. Put on some Kenny G. That's fine! Didn't have to get 50 gems to figure that out. Can't put these guys down just like that anymore. Well, only 3 more of those in the game. Alright, cleared the whole area. 11. Alright, I'm doing it again. I don't care. Yeah. There we go. We're doing it Will's way. It's like right here. Wait. Nah, wasn't gonna work. I need to go one higher to actually get to this guy. This feels like a spin situation. Or, yeah, you would do that, wouldn't you? It's alright, I don't think there's enough enemies in here to really be an issue the rest of the game. Wow, alright, there's 2 left. Crazy. Alright, that should be it on the red jewels. That's number 40 overall for what it's worth. However, it's gonna take out all these baddies. All 4 of them. Gotcha. You're gonna be frustrating, aren't you? All right, where do you split? Right about here? You messed up my thing. I think I messed up my thing that time. Like, my job is to make your job as difficult as possible. You seen your friend? Oh, there he is. Defense. No moves. We must. I don't know. Attack and defense is gonna be all we're gonna be getting in this the final stretch. All right. All been leading up to this. Our purpose of this journey will finally be revealed. I've been waiting for you to come for thousands of years. I guess about 3,000 years. Time has passed since the dream began and my body became what you see. I'm going to show you a strange image. Close your eyes. This is going to blow your mind. Me City. Gross. What is this? It's like a concrete jungle. Will's like, God, no. What was that? The new world. That world is all gray. This world has blue water, green mountains, brown earth all over. You will usher in that world. Me? Such a strange world? Tall trees replaced by buildings, rivers replaced by roads. No matter what kind of world people have, if they think they're happy, they'll be happy. Whoa. Whoa, Enix. Go to the village and restore those turned to stone to their original condition. Release those who have been turned gray back to their natural state. When the blinding light stopped, I stood quietly as if nothing had happened. I found the Gorgon flower held tightly within my hand. Alright, so probably the most offensive instance of having to retrace your steps and backtrack to get out of here is right here in Ankor Wat. So while we speed this up, let's get one more fluff fact about Illusion of Gaia from Fluff.
Illusion of Gaia was a moderate success, falling just shortly behind their ActRaiser and selling roughly 650,000 copies worldwide. It was also a critical success, being regularly ranked on the top SNES games of all time lists. Famed Nintendo-focused magazine Nintendo Power even listed the game 186th on their top 200 Nintendo games of all time list back in 2006.
Deservedly so, thank you very much. I mean, I'd probably put it up higher myself, but that's just me, or better, I suppose I should say. we return to the village to unfreeze. At least they're not starving when they're frozen, you know? Maybe keep them frozen until we have a nice, stable source of food, not just a one-off, you know, sacrificial pig. Now the music's kind of happy. Oh, this is where we got laid out. Alright, so Hamlet's not there anymore. Alright, here's the flower. More importantly, red jewel. Number 41. Nice. Sign language. Animals have returned to the forest. They no longer prey on each other. Traders knew there was no food here and led the children away. Terrible story. Labor traders came from a town in the northwest. They took many villagers. Yeah, let's go put a stop to this. I mean, Neil's doing his thing, but let's go to the source, or one of the many sources, apparently.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.